Well, hey everybody, I'm John Recklin with another end of year video, my top 25 favorite women's wrestlers of 2019 list. And if you did not see the men's list, link is up here. Don't forget, future me, I tend to forget quite a bit. This list is not going to include every single women's wrestler that I've enjoyed watching in the ring, either on the Indies, AEW, NWA, or WWE NXT. There's just simply so many great women's wrestlers, and also I don't watch Stardom all that much. I've seen a couple matches here and there, so I'm sorry if I don't include your favorites. Please leave in the comments and tell me how I'm wrong and everything, and tell me that I should have included these. But again, it's my opinion, it's my take, and I know that there's going to be some controversy with these honorable mentions. So, Candice LeRae, Xia Li, Jordynne Grace, Nikki Cross, they deserve a shout. They've had some good performances this year. Candice LeRae in particular, Jordynne Grace has done very well. Some ones on the indies: Rhea Von Slasher, Danica Della Rouge, Kikyo, Sloane. They're all really, really good. Allison Kay, the current NWA Women's Champion, she is also very good. There's a lot of really good women's wrestlers all over the world, all over the country, in Canada, all over the world, in the British scene, everywhere. Like, really, a Hot Shot is somebody that I would like to see in a ring again at some point. She's dating DJZ. I don't know if they're engaged or not. I only saw her in a few matches at Without a Cause, and she's just getting into her career, and she's already that good. Holy shit, the sky's the limit for her. But seeing, especially the women I mentioned on the indies, if they're tearing their bodies up in front of 200-300 people, or even in the case of Defy 500 people, what are they going to do when they get on a big stage? So really, I'm so happy to see women's wrestling bubbling up more and more and more, and these women having some great success. So, that being said, we got to get on with this list. And also, quick honorable mention to Jinny and Piper Niven, as they are both very, very good as well. Now, we move on to number 25, Kay Lee Ray, the current NXT UK Women's Champion. And she's great. She really is great. She has just... her beating Toni Storm was absolutely wonderful. It was needed because after the way they'd done the UK takeovers, Toni Storm needed to lose the championship. Kay Lee Ray was a perfect choice, and she had a great performance in the Women's War Games match. I don't know why they did a freaking Poison Rana in that match. Dear God, I'm glad Kay Lee Ray's okay, but this, she deserves at least to be on this list because she's taken some great bumps, had some great matches. She deserves a shout on here. Number 24, Bayley. The heel turn's about the only reason I put her on here because I didn't really care for her teaming with Sasha Banks, at least initially. It was what it was. But this heel turn has worked wonders for her. Hopefully it continues to do well. She continues to do well into 2020 and can get some more edge around her character and not just kind of be this dopey or this mopey emo teenager. And I'm not saying dopey in a bad way, but mopey, emo teenager, maybe, flesh out her character more. But at least it's something different. She's trying something different. And her being a women's champion a couple times this year is really, really good. It's nice to see them finally investing in her again. Number 23 is going to surprise some people. Rebel Kell. She's somebody I've seen on the indies. She's a great talent. Nicknamed the 6-foot stunner. Seen her in enough matches. Only a few, but enough to know she has something. I don't know if she has a background in gymnastics or dance or whatever, but you can tell she has the poise to really do well in the ring and can do some great stuff. She can hit some really good kicks and is really skilled in the ring and is only going to get better. I think she's only like in the very beginning of her career, like in the first couple of years, I'm guessing. I'm not totally sure how long she's been wrestling, but it's only been a couple of years would be my guess, but she's just getting so much better. And yes, maybe a little bit biased. I've met her a couple times. She's super nice, but also is really skilled in the ring. Can play, face or heel, and play them really, really well. But really likable, and I can't wait to see what she does in 2020 and beyond. Now we move on to number 22, Vanessa Borne. I love Vanessa Borne. I hope that she gets more of a chance to rise up. Last year, I did a list of, I think it was like 10, it was either 10 women or 10 talents I could see WWE releasing in 2019, and I have Vanessa Borne on there, not because I wanted to see her go, but because I didn't see them doing anything with her, and thankfully they have. Thankfully they have done more with her. Her and Aaliyah, and at least they're not being featured a ton, but they're being featured more than they were. I think Vanessa Borne has something. She has, obviously, the look. She really has the look, but she has the ability in the ring. She's gotten better, and being able to be like more of this, like, edgy, cocky bitch and just be this kind of character has really, I think, improved, has helped improve her standing with the company. And it was great to see her live at an NXT Seattle show. And I also saw her against Dakota Kai, Tegan Knox. They both deserve shouts for being, pretty damn good. Dakota in particular for just turning heel, Tegan for just coming back. Aaliyah, I'm still not the biggest fan of, but her and Vanessa are a good team. I will say that much. Number 21, the Iconics, who were, WWE Women's Tag Team Champions earlier this year, won them on the grandest stage of all, WrestleMania. Not that you'd fucking know it with how, badly they were buried afterwards, but it was what it was. I really do like the Iconics. So Billie Kay, Peyton Royce, they are tremendous. They're a tremendous team. Number 20, Natalya. Okay, controversial, but I'm a fan of Natalya. And I'm always going to at least feature her in the top 20. I love Natalya. I love watching her in the ring. I think she's great to watch in the ring. She's very skilled. Is she the greatest on the mic? No. Is she better in interviews, interviews outside of, say, WWE, outside of, the WWE scripting thing? Yes. She is super likable. I know that there are some people that aren't fans of her, and that's fine. You guys can come at me in the comments. I'm a fan of Natalya. I like her. I think she's been a great, asset to the company for a number of years. I don't know how long she'll work there. She may work there until her career winds down. I don't have a clue. But I like Natalya. I'm a fan of her. And I'm glad that she got featured in some matches earlier this year. I thought the matches between her and Lacey Evans were pretty damn good. They just kept kind of repeating. And that wasn't the women's fault. That wasn't either of their faults. That was just the way they were booking him, and it was kind of shit. But it was what it was. And now we move on to number 19, Taya Valkyrie. Long-running Impact Knockouts champion. Taya's great. She really is great. If it seems like I'm skipping through some of these and everything, I don't want to make every single list of mine 30-something minutes. I made my 20 worst wrestlers of 2019 list almost 40 minutes. I made my men's list about 32, 33 minutes. So kind of condense it down and everything and just talk about why I like these, why I like these women, and then just go from there and then leave it up to you in the comments. But Taya Valkyrie's great. Really has done spectacular work in Impact. It's a shame not enough people are watching Impact. I don't have time to watch it. I just don't. I also have reasons to why I won't watch the product. But it has nothing to do with the women. The women are absolutely great. The women have worked really, really hard to bring that Knockouts division back almost from the dead. Not that they've always had some women that were talented. Just a little bit of a rant here. They've always had some women that were really, really talented, even when the division was depleted. But it's just nice to see the women getting the attention they deserve for how hard they're working. And Taya is a focal point of that. She is really, really fucking good. Now we move on to probably the most controversial choice. Number 18, and yeah, the shirt, Priscilla Kelly. Okay, tampon spot aside, because I don't really care for that. I'm just saying, sorry, if Priscilla happens to be watching this, I'm not a fan of it, but I'm not going to dog her for it. You know why I'm not going to dog her for it? It's her career. It's what she wants to do. If everybody is a willing participant, why the fuck am I going to say anything? Okay? And seriously, that's what it should be. Yes, I criticize some things. I'm not going to say I'm the biggest fan of that. But I met Priscilla Kelly a couple times. I met her at an indie show last year. I met her at an indie show earlier this year working against Kimber Lee. Kimber Lee deserves a mention for being sober for a number of months. Not that Kimber Lee's going to be watching this because she's very busy, but in fact, all these wrestlers are busy. But honestly, it was great for Kimber Lee. Now, Priscilla Kelly. I love Priscilla Kelly, and she can actually work. Her and Darby are a great team. I mean, obviously, husband and wife, but they're great if they were to compete in matches. I got to meet them, I believe, at Darby's, one of Darby's last appearances on the Indies, and it was great. It was great, and they're super nice people, but Priscilla can go in the ring. Now, again, however I feel about tampon spot, she can go in the ring, and I think has a very striking look to her, and some good ability, and that's why I'm putting her on this list. Number 17, Nyla Rose. Now the controversy really comes up. Look, is Nyla Rose green in the ring? Does she need some refinement? Yes. I'm not going to deny that. She needs some more exposure on TV. She needs some more exposure on AEW Dark and more of a chance to flesh out her character and everything. And Sometimes they've gotten it with her. Book her like a monster. Book her where she destroys people. That's what you fucking do with Nyla Rose. That's how you make it work. It actually really can work when you do that. But the problem is they haven't always done that. Now, Nyla Rose is very, very good, and I think really does have a bright future. Now, is she going to be women's champion this coming year? She should be. But I'm just giving her a shout out here, and okay, let's keep the transphobic comments off of the freaking, out of the freaking comment box. I really don't like banning people, but I will ban people if they want to be like that. You cannot like her ability. You cannot think that she's all that good. That's fine. You cannot like her as far as a wrestling character. Okay. But let's keep the transphobia out of there. Nyla Rose, I think, has a bright future, and that's why I'm putting her on here. Number 16, Sonya Deville. I love Sonya Deville. I think Sonya Deville has deserved a lot more chances than she's gotten. And it's a goddamn shame that she has not gotten a chance, that they've nixed an Asuka-Sonya Deville match at Mania 35. Now, to be fair, that show was about 8,000 years long. But they could have cut some matches down a little bit and just had, shorter matches. And you could have had Asuka and Sonya go out there for at least 8 minutes and cut, a pretty decent pace. But I digress. Sonya deserves a big 2020. And hopefully we'll get it. Hopefully she'll get a great showing in the Women's Royal Rumble. Watch her get eliminated first. But I like Sonya and want Sonya to get a chance. Now we move on to number 15, Kelly Klein. Ring of Honor Women's Champion, or however they say it. She, dealing with post-concussion issues currently. And Ring of Honor did her dirty and everything. But I've seen Kelly Klein work. I saw her work at G1 Supercard. I've seen her work on, a few other matches I've seen in Ring of Honor TV over the year. She's good. She's very good. She'd be a very good asset for any company. If she were to go to AEW, she would bolster their women's division right away. Now, is she a superstar? Arguable. But is she really good in the ring? Yes. And I think deserves a chance to show what she can do. And hopefully can recover from these, concussion issues she can get, because I know what concussion issues are like. They suck. But hopefully she can recover from that and get to where she can be featured on a big stage. Because Ring of Honor did her wrong. She deserves that chance. And she is really good. Now, number 14, Yuka Sakazaki, the Genie Girl. Okay, I've only seen a few matches of her. I love her. I think she's great. I think she's just fun and energetic and everything. And I really don't have any other reason to list her here other than that. She is just really, really fucking entertaining. And she actually is pretty damn good in the ring, at least in my opinion. She's more entertaining to me than Riho. And I'm not saying Riho's bad. Just a little bit of a sidebar. I'm not saying Riho's bad. I just find Yuka a lot more entertaining. The theme also worms its way into your head. Number 13, Becky Lynch. Yeah, I'm putting Becky Lynch this low. Now, that's not to say that I dislike Becky Lynch. I think Becky Lynch is still very good in the ring. Do I think she's the best in the ring? No, I do not. I never thought she was the best in the ring. She has great character work. That feud with Lacey Evans did nobody any favors. Not that it was her fault, not that it was Lacey's fault. It was definitely Creative's fault. That match, those matches just didn't do all that much for me, but it was what it was. Becky Lynch is just very, very good at being an all-around package. Now, the best, arguable. Some people think she's the best, some people don't. She is the current Raw Women's Champion. She has been kind of pushed off to the side since Survivor Series, which is a disappointment. Becky Lynch has had a hell of a year in 2019. Now, has it all been great? No, nobody's going to have a great year. Everything's going to have ups and downs. But I'm going to put Becky Lynch here. Now, is it a little bit lower than some people might guess? Yes. Because I'm a big fan of Becky Lynch, but I have my reasons why she's there. Number 12, Bianca Belair. Weird booking aside of her not beating Shayna Baszler for the championship on a couple of occasions, it's hard not to really root for Bianca Belair. Strong, talented, very agile, has the character work down. She is very, very good and very skilled. And is... Okay, apparently she's older than I thought she was, but still, she's got years left, and for only being in wrestling for a little bit, she's really, really good. And I think 2020 is going to be a breakout moment for her. Now, she'll probably have a good run in the Royal Rumble, hopefully, and maybe she would have to be on Raw. I think then her and Montez could travel together since they're married. But I could see Bianca being a great addition to the Raw Women's division. Because I don't know if she's going to get much of anywhere in the NXT Women's Division anymore, unless Rhea Ripley happens to win, and Rhea Ripley will get mentioned a little bit later. If she wins the title, then maybe you could freshen that up. But Bianca everything, the hair whip, all that. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of the hair whip, but it does work for her. She does have some really, really good skills in the ring. Number 11, Kairi Sane. Face or heel, even as a heel, she's too goddamn adorable to boo. But she's having a lot of fun. And she hits that elbow with every bit of her, 9,500 pound frame. I mean, I don't know you should make it about weight, but as tiny as she is, you wouldn't think she would hit with that much force, and she does. Because she's just that skilled in the ring. And, of course, harken back to me making fun of JR for saying that Riho's 98 pounds, but is what it is. Kairi Sane and Asuka being the heel Kabuki Warriors is the right call, and Kairi Sane is a great, great heel. She is really, really good in the goddamn ring. And I'm so happy to see that she's finally getting featured a little bit more. I wonder if her and Io are going to leave, or I wonder if Kairi's going to leave here in a little bit when her contract's up. Rumors are her contract's up in February of 2020. That'd be interesting to see if she left. But anyway, Kairi Sane is great. Number 10, Toni Storm. I love Toni Storm. I think Toni's great. I met Toni, so maybe a little bit of a bias, but Toni is also very good in the ring. Greatest in the ring? No. But as young as she is and as talented as she is, she's only going to get better. And, the previous match I mentioned earlier when I talked about Kaylee Ray, that match, that feud that her and Toni Storm had. I would like to have seen the match go a little bit longer, but it was treated like a fight and it was treated as legit, and the women worked really, really hard at it. They did some really good shit. So Toni Storm deserves a mention on here as being the best, or one of the best women's wrestlers out there, in my opinion. Speaking of the best, one of the best. Miko Satomura at number 9. Did not get to see her at a 2-day Defy Northwest event earlier, or about a week ago, which I'm disappointed by, but, pseudo finances, but also just burnout. I would have liked to have seen her live, but maybe, down the road, who the hell knows. Miko Satomura is just great. She was great in the Mae Young Classic 2. She's great no matter what matches you see her in. She's been wrestling so goddamn long, but is still so damn skilled. You can't not cheer for her when you watch her. And the match you have with Mercedes Martinez, which is absolutely great. Now, I know they didn't have a tournament this year, but still, I'm going to throw that one out just a little bit. And Mercedes Martinez, hopefully she's signed by AEW at some point. Lacey Evans at number 8. Yes, Lacey Evans is a bit higher than some people might expect. Look, did she have a great year? It's arguable. She got featured quite a bit, and that was great. And I love Lacey Evans, and I think Lacey Evans has a great story. I'm not going to say this has been her best year, but it's been probably her best, commercial year. As far as attention and everything. That feud with Becky Lynch, okay, I liked it at first, the lady versus the man. They didn't quite set the world on fire, I think, like the company hoped, mainly because the company pretty much shit all over them, but it is what it is. Lacey Evans, though, is great. I don't know why she suddenly turned face, but she is likable. She has a great story, and I would like to see where they go with this, but does Lacey need to improve in the ring? They need to give her more of a chance to improve in the ring and not just throw her out there. She hits an incredible moonsault, a moonsault better than Charlotte's. And Charlotte is not mentioned on this list, just saying that right off the bat, so I look forward to the hate in the comments. But I love Lacey Evans. I do think she's great. Number 7, Shayna Baszler. Current NXT Women's Champion, at least as of right now. Of course, if it's after December 18th that you're watching this, sorry if I didn't predict that Rhea Ripley would beat her. Shayna Baszler has been a long-running women's champion. It's had its ups and its downs. I haven't cared for everything in the title reign, but the title reign has seemed legit. And sometimes long title reigns are hard to book. I prefer Shayna much more than the OGs, as I call them, but she is very, very good. And opened up my eyes and showed me that I was going to be wrong when I criticized her, thinking that she didn't deserve it. Initially, I didn't think she deserved the championship shots that she got, but she improved. She got better. She's gotten better on the mic. She is pretty much a complete package. Now, she is almost 40. They are going to have to capitalize on her momentum quick because even with her style, she is going to fade out pretty quickly, probably within the next few years. But at least she's capitalized on this success while she can. Number 6, Thunder Rosa. Yes, Thunder Rosa. I had to mention right here. I love Thunder Rosa. So happy for her having all the success in the NWA. Can't wait to see if she's on the End of the Fire pay-per-view in a week. She has most certainly deserved it. She is great to watch in the ring. She's great to watch live. I saw her live last year. And she's a great follow on Twitter and Instagram. I don't follow her on Facebook, I believe. But, she's constantly working hard, constantly getting better, doing great charity work in the ring. Thunder Rosa is just great. And I'm always going to make sure that I talk about the fact that I'm a big fan of hers. Now we go to number 5, Hikaru Shida, breakout star of the AEW women's division. There have been some women they've signed like Chris Statlander and Shanna that could be, but Hikaru Shida to me is going to be the breakout star of the women's division. She has presence. She has a magnetism about her. She, yes, is skilled in the ring. She is beautiful, of course. These things are all true. But the beauty, that's why I put it at the end, because you could have you have the beauty, but if you don't have all those things, the charisma, the presence, and the wrestling ability, you're not going to get very far, especially in wrestling. And Hikaru Shida has all that. I can't wait to see what she does in 2020. She really does have that draw to make you watch her on TV. Now we go to Asuka. I don't need to mention why I like Asuka, because everybody knows why I like Asuka. I think Asuka is one of the best women's wrestlers in the world. Easily has been for a number of years. Yeah, I pretty much lost my shit the 2 times I saw her live at NXT house shows, because I love her. I think she's absolutely great. I wanted to put her number 1, but I just couldn't. But Asuka is top 5, even though she hasn't had the best year, even though she had a great match against Becky Lynch at the Royal Rumble, where she beat her, and then the company seemingly forgot about that. But Asuka deserves a mention on here because she's just great. Now, number 3, Tessa Blanchard. She got me to watch a Sami Callihan match in full. If that isn't a testament to just how great, testament, if you will, I'm sorry, she is great for that reason alone. But also because she is really, really good in the ring. She's great on Impact. She's great on WoW Women of Wrestling, which I wasn't able to really keep up on all of Season 2, just because I'm always busy on Saturdays. But Tessa had a great match against, it was, I believe, Serpentine, who was Thunder Rosa underneath the mask, not the Cobra Moon character. Tessa Blanchard is great. She has this draw about her, and she's only in her early 20s, getting close to mid-20s. She's going to be a fucking star for years and years and years. You can tell she has everything that her dad had, except maybe the attitude. She seems to have a pretty much better attitude than Tully did. That's mean. But Tessa Blanchard is absolutely great. Number 2, Rhea Ripley. What else do we need to mention about Rhea Ripley? Just how good she is, how talented she is, strong, powerful. The fact she could step on me, and I thank her for it. And moving on, she is great to watch in the ring, and at only like 23, and seeing just how much, 22, 23, just how much she's improved. I mean, fucking hell. Good Lord. The performances that she had at War Games and at Survivor Series, beating Charlotte Flair, in that match between her, Charlotte, and Sasha Banks. That was great stuff. They're strapping the rocket to Rhea. If she doesn't beat Shayna Baszler, then she's going to go up to the main roster. And I think, or not the main roster, but she's going to make a lateral move to Raw or SmackDown. I think Rhea Ripley is going to beat Shayna Baszler, though. She's had a career year, and it's great to see. NXT UK Women's Champion, lost to Toni Storm, had a good showing in the Women's Royal Rumble. She's had just great runs in general. It's just great to see just how this powerful woman is able to, get the attention of so many. But number 1, Io Shirai. Why else do I need to mention it? The heel turn was great. I mean, she was great before the heel turn. And then she became the heel. She had this match with Candice LeRae at TakeOver Toronto 2, Electric Boogaloo. She had that great performance at War Games. That ladder match against Mia Yim before, where Mia got her face busted up and everything, and hopefully is okay. Io has done everything right, and Io commands your attention from the moment she comes out. Sure, her entrance is a little bit seizure-inducing. I'm not making light of that. That is a little bit, it's a little bit hallucinogenic, but she is really, 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 really fucking good and really fucking beautiful and just everything that you could possibly want in a women's wrestler. So yeah, that's where I'm going to end that list right here. It's a bit of a shorter list than the men's list, but I feel that I was pretty concise. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.